Well, the pace required or requested is 57 through 400 metres, and it is Kolakowska who will do the honours. And, well, Keely Hodgkinson, we know how strong she is in the final stages, in the final 200. How will she play this? Looking very, very confident and relaxed around the hotel. Seen her and had a chat with Trevor Painter, her coach. Jenny Meadows is also here, her mentor. And Keely Hodgkinson has settled in nicely through this first 250 with Natoya Gould just up on her shoulder. She'll be feeling very, very good indeed. And feeling fresh, feeling healthy. And Hodgkinson looking very nice and very relaxed. And, well, we'll be standing a little bit taller with the announcement of Olympic silver medalist as they come down the back straight for the penultimate time. 57, remember, the required pace, and it's just outside after the first 400 metres.
Well, on 59.04 for the pacemaker there, and I guess the pack would have been around 59.7, so not really quick the first lap. Gould pressurising Hodgkinson here. Gould is a fierce competitor, the Jamaican 31-year-old Olympic Games finalist, of course, from Tokyo. But Hodgkinson, Chris, I think actually that break from injury from the indoor season will play in her favour with a big summer to come.
Well, big summer to come, and a big, last 200 metres to come here as well as they enter the final 200. Hodgkinson perfectly placed. Gould, though, can't be discounted. Lamotte also there. Urta also doing well. Alex Bell a little bit further back. But Hodgkinson in perfect position as they come into the home straight with just 100 to go. Gould starting to rock and roll, but Hodgkinson looking very relaxed, supreme. Lamotte maybe coming in to put Gould under a bit of pressure, but Hodgkinson is a class apart here. Let's keep an eye on the clock. She said she'd have a go. She said I plan to attack it, and she's done exactly that today. 1:58.64. It is just outside the world lead this year, fourth fastest in 2022. Hodgkinson looks to have benefited well from that 6-week break.
So Keely Hodgkinson against Rogers of the USA. Ali Wilson, her first taste of this sort of competition. Will she be able to contend with the two big names? And then you look at the likes of Ajay Wilson, Gemma Ricci. Gemma's had one or two problems so far this season, just trying to run herself back into the sort of form that she showed in the Olympics last year. So they've been asked to go through in about 58 seconds thereabouts. Natoya Gould always likes to be near the front. She's the one chasing, although the pacemaker looks as though she's gone a little quick through the first 200 there. And they're all just trying to slot in behind her. Maya just trying to close the gap between the field and Natoya Gould.
Well, Gould does always commit, as you say, Steve. There's a very fine margin between committing 100% and getting it right and falling flat in your face. Gould finished 8th in the Olympic final in Tokyo last year. She's a better athlete than that. Will she get it right here? Although as she comes through 400 in 58.31, fairly modest running actually from a pack as strong as this. They are really closely bunched now.
Keely Hodgkinson just watching what's going ahead. She's such a good tactician. She can run the quick times. I think today is about just making sure she wins in this high quality field. Rogers a little bit boxed at the moment as Ajay Wilson moves up on the outside. But Keely Hodgkinson now goes past her, tries to go past her as Gould still has the lead. Gemma Ricci on the curve. The two Brits in third and fourth, but Hodgkinson just glides away. Rogers is still a long, long way back, and she's going to try and chase her home. She's in all in blue. It's Ajay Wilson in third at the moment, but Natoya Gould trying to hold off Keely Hodgkinson, who is so quick and so strong, coming away from this very, very good field. Ajay Wilson's chasing her all the way, but Keely Hodgkinson, the Olympic silver medalist, is going to make it another Diamond League victory. The arms go aloft. It's a world-leading 1:57.72. She makes it look so easy.
Wrong side. To Nakai in lane 7. Mo starts in lane 8. In between them, Mott and Bissett will be hoping that they can get in amongst it here. But they'll all be watching the American, I'm sure. She can win any way she likes. Right on the inside, the 400-meter specialist has got that speed to start off quick. Mora is just trying to give herself a good position. Gemma Ricci darting across. Lamiche just having a look, the pacemaker. And I think Mo just slots right in on her shoulder through the first 200.
Very impressive, not just runner, but also speaks extremely well for one so young. I think Mo very assured at the press conference. yesterday, and one of three now 20-year-olds in this event with Keely Hodgkinson and Prudence Sekadiso, the South African. Very exciting times in this event.
Well, we're looking for around 57 and a half. It's not going to be too far off that. The Mish has got them well stretched out here. I think Mo, there you go, 56.4, right on her shoulder, exactly where you'd expect it to be. So the others are now going to chase. Renelle Lamotte, after getting stuck in a box in Rabat, is in right up there this time. Nakai is there, Bissett is there, Bello's given herself a chance, Almanza, Riki, they're all now going to have to work hard down the back straight. One or two others, Natoya Gouli, normally expect to be seen out there. She's just hung off, but is starting to make up a little bit of ground. So Mo, with 200 to go, looks serene, looks comfortable, looks good. Had a little bit of time off herself. We expect to see her in Eugene, and she said, let's just wait and see what I can do here. And now she just stretches those legs and starts to move away. Bissett is going to try and attack Lamotte, and then there's others all chasing down the home straight. But look at the gap, look how far she's gone away, and she just does it almost imperceptibly, just striding away as others are struggling. Bellows finishing quickly for third, but at the moment, let's look at the time here. It's going to be incredibly quick. 1:57.02. Lamotte, with a good second place for her, and Bello, it's a huge bellow from the crowd, if you pardon the pun. I think Mo. Well, I think it's interesting, isn't it, when you have all of that ability that she has, and 1:57 in the end, after 56-odd first lap, you might think, okay, maybe she would have liked to have been about 1:55. But as I mentioned, she's had to take some time off. She's coming back. She said, give me the chance to get right back to where I want to be. But this is a big step in that direction. A nice win. And I was just surprised by how far how much distance she put between herself and the rest of the field over the last 200. It's something to think about. Women's 800. Well, Lamiche will be trying to make a good, solid pace without going too quick on the outside. And Keely Hodgkinson will try and be as close as she possibly can, although hasn't started particularly quickly. It might take her time to get to the front here. Gemma Ricci starts fast, and Keely Hodgkinson will now just move through and watch the pacemaker. She's got an outside lane, so she doesn't have to get into traffic, and now she slots in behind Lamiche. And they go through that first 200 fairly swiftly. Renelle Lamotte right up there as well. They know what's going to happen here. It's going to be Keely Hodgkinson following the pacemaker, and then they're all going to be chasing, or trying to chase it and get past if they can.
Well, if it unfolds the way we've been told, Steve, I'm relishing this because I love honest racing in middle and long distances. Keely Hodgkinson has made no secret, really, the fact that she really wants to push out a fast time here, an aggressive run, so she might run more tactically in Stockholm next week. But it's not super fast here at the Bell. Significantly, though, she is at the front, 57.2. I think I was talking to her co-coach, Jenny Meadows, a few days ago, and that's her fastest ever 400 split and halfway.
Sitting in a nice position, but now it's going to be all about Hodgkinson, and Lamotte is sitting where she has been since pretty much the beginning. Natoya Goal on the outside. Laura Muir just stuck on the curb behind her teammate Gemma Ricci. Tetelji moving up on the outside, this very dangerous Ethiopian. So Hodgkinson's going to come under some pressure here for the first time this season. 200 metres to go, and there's plenty in here with chances still. Bissett's still there for Australia. Lamotte starting to go back a little bit. But it's Keely Hodgkinson, Laura Muir trying to move out and find some room on the outside, but it's the Great Britain Olympic silver medalist who's just beginning to put a bit of daylight between herself and Natoya Gould, and Keely Hodgkinson starts to move away again. Laura Muir trying to give chase, but it's Hodgkinson moving ahead and some fast finishing behind, but they're not going to catch Keely Hodgkinson. Just watch the clock here, it's going to be about 1:57. Hodgkinson wins it, Laura Muir takes second, Renelle Lamotte hangs on for third place. Well, maybe not the fireworks we might have expected, but you know what? She runs with such authority, with control. It wasn't a great, sort of crazy first lap. She must have been, about 57.4, and then just put herself in the position to be attacked. But when they get round to that last 150, it's just almost imperceptible, Tim. She just eases away, keeps relaxed, and then finishes in the end what looks like a very comfortable win. Women's 800 metres. Mora started a little bit slowly, and inside her the South African who started her season very well, Segodiso, has started pretty quickly, but look at Mora just change pace. She's got a very upright action as well, drops that left arm of hers quite a bit as well, so she's not got the best technique necessarily, but goodness me, is she quick and is she strong. And Keely Hodgkinson just sitting off the pace, let Billings go to the front, the Australian, and Mora almost has to jog to let the pacemaker go past her, and now the race really on, but Mora sitting right behind the pacemaker.
Well, I'll tell you what, Steve, that was almost a bit dangerous for Mora. She pulled up dramatically there to let Billings pass. Nobody went into the back of her, fortunately, but it was quick. It still is pretty quick. I think sensibly fast, this one. Hodgkinson nicely poised, but yes, this is a big clash against Mora, the Kenyan champion.
Keely Hodgkinson has just let Herta come between her and Mora. Keely Hodgkinson's getting caught in the pack a little bit. It's not like her. She normally races very smartly, and I'm not sure, given the Kenyan, that sort of space is that good here. Billings actually should have stepped off on the inside there, and Mora got dragged outside, has to go around Bissett. Keely Hodgkinson got to find a way out there. Nakai just gives her a little nudge to say, keep you in there, but Keely Hodgkinson now extricates herself, but it's Mora in front with 200 metres to go, and she's beginning to put her foot down. Who's going to have the speed? Who's going to have the strength in the home straight? It's Mora against Hodgkinson, the Olympic silver medalist, trying to take on this brilliant Kenyan talent. Mora often looks as though she's spent, often looks as though she's got nothing to offer, but she is so strong in the last 50 metres, as indeed is Keely Hodgkinson. And now Mora kicks again, and away she goes. Keely Hodgkinson's got no response at this moment. Nakai trying to finish quick. Hodgkinson is going to move into second place. It's just closing slightly, but it's going to be a big, big, big win for Mary Mora. 1:57.69. And if we didn't know she was a danger at the World Championships already, she's just underlined her talent, her ability, and her tactical nous as well.
Well, away they go. And, well, pacing-wise, Annette Lemige has been asked to go through 400 in 57.5. That puts them on around 1:57 pace, which is appreciably slower than the Eugene World Championships final. But we'll keep an eye, Hannah, on Ajay Wilson and, well, Raven Rogers. Raven Rogers is not there. So Raven Rogers is a late withdrawal, so that really opens the field up even more for Ajay Wilson.
It does, and I think Ajay Wilson, she would have been bitterly disappointed coming back in 8th place at the World Championship, so this is a chance at redemption, but you've got the likes of Sage Herta in there as well, just getting on the back of the pacemaker. She didn't make the US team, so she's out here running carefree, just trying to see what she can do. Now, I love the way that Elena Bello runs. She's always right on the rail, gets herself into some fantastic positions, and that's good through the bell. Ask for 57.5, and what does it need to give you? 57.49. She's a brilliant pacemaker, right on that wave-like technology as well.
Well, she's earned her money today already. So Lemige leading them through. Sage Herta is behind her. So a little bit of work to do for Ajay Wilson, who's lying effectively in 3rd place, with Bello going out really aggressively. Pacemaking duties are done. So it's Herta, the American, who's taking them on, the 24-year-old, with a personal best of 1:58.30. Ajay Wilson, a little bit of a gap between 2nd and 3rd. So Herta, Bello and Ajay Wilson. Now comes Feldmayer also getting into the reckoning, into the final 110 metres. Herta, can she hang on here? Now here comes Wilson, moving wide, trusting herself with that really trademark kick. She's going to have to go some. She's going past Bello now. Herta, though, is gritting her teeth. Herta, has she done enough? Ajay Wilson's coming back at her. A really measured finish from Ajay Wilson. You got the impression there that she knew she had the making of Herta. 1:58.29. Much, much better. A return to winning ways for Ajay Wilson, who'd really dominated this event in the pre-Caster Semenya era, and how this event has changed over the last 2 or 3 years. First Semenya, now Athingmo and Keely Hodgkinson, but all the while, Hannah, Ajay Wilson has been there or thereabouts, and it's great to see her back to winning ways.